Greetings, Earthlings. Another week gone, another gear check. Welcome. Today, it's gonna be an Aguilar AG700 amplifier. The kind people of the German Aguilar distributor not only send over the AG700, they also sent me a 4x10 cabinet, which is the SL410X, a classic Aguilar cabinet, neodymium speakers, and a big part of the legendary Aguilar sound. So for the recordings, I of course used the balance out of the amp in post setting because we want to hear all the equalizer settings. Plus, I used a mic'd cabinet. It's mic'd with an Electro Voice RE20, and both balanced out and mic go directly to the interface, and no effects on it, no nothing. So you can hear direct signals. Aguilar was founded in 1995, and since then they're famous for amplifiers, hybrid amplifiers, like the DB751, 750 was the first one, 751 is the second hybrid tube transistor amplifier. Great gear, very successful. So with the AG700, we have a lightweight bass amp. It weighs only 2.2 kilos, which is about 4.9 pounds. Of course, the amp is based on the AG500, which was a very successful and popular Aguilar model. But 700, more power, means more headroom and more booty. So this is the 700. We go over here and we see input with a minus 10 dB switch if you use active instruments, gain control, 4-band EQ plus a bright and a bass switch. We see a series effects loop, we see master control, master volume control, balanced out with pre and post switch, of course with a ground lift. We see a mute switch, and we see LEDs for clip, for operating, and for power. On the rear panel, you see speak and outs for speakers, right? You see a tuner out, which also is active when the amp is muted. You see the fan, you see power in and the power switch. So that's it. It's an easy amplifier. You might miss this and that foot switch or whatever, but hey, it's an easy amplifier. If you want to fly a Starship, you can go for other amps, for other companies maybe, because as far as I recall, all the Aguilar amps are kind of like easy and maybe not one-trick ponies, but if you're looking for a good sounding amp, you might find your Aguilar. You might find the boost and cut options of the AG700 too much. And yes, it is much, because 14 dB in the bass department, that's a lot. 40 Hertz, 14 dB, wow, that can rock and roll. But if you're in a small club on a small boomy stage, You might find this bass control very helpful. By cutting the bass a little, everything gets thinned out and the whole band gets more audible. Every instrument gets more audible. Good thing. If you're on a stage in a room like, say, an old theater or a cinema or something, the room is completely dead. You want to bring some freshness to your sound, some air with the treble and the mid controls. So these controls and the possibilities of boost and cut are really, really helpful. The fan of the AG700 is active all the time. So it's not controlled by temperature or something. As soon as you switch the amp on, the fan is gonna work. And it's a loud one. You might hear it in the studio. It doesn't, of course, it does not affect you when you're on stage. That's no problem. But it might affect you in the studio. You won't hear it on the recordings when only the bass is recorded with a microphone directly in front of the speakers. But if you're in a room with like open drum mics, open vocal mics, whatever, that might affect you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the AG700 by Aguilar. It's a sound monster, I'd say. So a big thumbs up to Dave Boonshaft and the guys in New York. They did it again. Wonderful amp. 2.2 kilos, 700 watts. A lot of possibilities to shape your sound via the EQ. Great amp, what can I say? So, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. And yeah, live long and prosper. See you next time.